Good evening. A deepening crisis grips the United States as violent clashes involving the Federal Immigration Enforcement Agency, commonly known as I.C.E., escalate into deadly confrontations. Protests are sweeping across the nation, fueled by a president who speaks of an internal war against his own citizens. At the heart of this resistance is Hae-Lin Choi, a New Yorker, leading a nationwide movement against what many describe as Trump's paramilitary immigration agency. The unrest reached a tragic peak in Minneapolis with the fatal shooting of Alex Preddy, an event that sent shockwaves through activist communities across the country. Hae-Lin, a 49-year-old American, originally from Bochum, Germany, sits in a Brooklyn cafe, the news of the Minneapolis shooting reaching her long before mainstream media reports. Her phone vibrates relentlessly, deluging her with messages and graphic videos from the scene. "I cannot watch this. I will not watch this," she states, overwhelmed by the violence. A mother of two, Hae-Lin emigrated to the United States 2 decades ago. She previously worked for the German trade union Verdi and now serves the American Union, Communications Workers of America, or CWA. For months, she has been the primary organizer of the major anti-Trump demonstration, Hands Off New York. She is a key member of countless groups, sharing real-time information within a vast coalition spanning major U.S. cities, including unions, grassroots organizations, and religious communities. These groups, known by names like Hands Off or 500501, organize protests and communicate through various social networks, primarily via the messaging service Signal, as many members prefer to remain anonymous. When asked why she doesn't seek anonymity, Hae-Lin Choi says, "I am too old for that. I have always been politically active. Hiding now makes no sense." People like Hae-Lin increasingly risk being labeled domestic terrorists by the Trump administration simply for educating others about their rights during I.C.E. raids. The government frames these actions as enforcing the rule of law, while opponents see them as dismantling it. Critics argue that I.C.E.'s aggressive tactics now target not just undocumented immigrants, but also American citizens. The most prominent victims, Rene Good and now Alex Preddy, both from Minneapolis, exemplify this concerning trend. Witness videos of Alex Preddy's death show the 37-year-old nurse attempting to shield a woman from masked Border Patrol agents using pepper spray or tear gas. The Trump administration, through Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, claims Preddy intended a massacre with a firearm. However, videos circulating widely show Preddy merely filming the officers with his smartphone, a common practice among thousands of Americans. He is then wrestled to the ground, his legally carried firearm reportedly taken before fatal shots are fired. The Trump administration swiftly declares self-defense while the opposition alleges an execution. President Trump quickly weighed in, even before an official investigation, stating Preddy was ready to go. His Deputy Chief of Staff, Stephen Miller, publicly called Preddy a domestic terrorist. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, in a post on Platform X, thanked I.C.E. agents as patriots saving the country, condemning Minnesota's political leadership and the crazies on the street. These statements echo Hegseth's earlier rhetoric in Quantico, where he and President Trump vowed an ideological battle against what they called woke trash, and Trump declared a war within, targeting democratically governed cities like San Francisco, Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles. Hae-Lin Choi recalls this moment. "That was when we knew we had to prepare. It was clear then they would use cities as testing grounds. Many now view I.C.E. as Trump's paramilitary force, operating with a billion-dollar budget. Their masked, armed, and often reckless actions have left entire neighborhoods feeling terrorized." After Rene Good's shooting, Vice President J.D. Vance announced total immunity for the officers, a statement activists interpret as a license to kill. The fear is palpable. Confronting or filming officers could result in severe injury or death, with no legal consequences. New York has become a model for resistance. Hae-Lin Choi believes what we do here impacts the whole country. The movement is adapting, learning from successes and failures in other cities like Los Angeles, aiming to mobilize from babies to grandmas. Hae-Lin acknowledges the challenge of clicktivism in the digital age, where online support can sometimes overshadow street activism. However, she notes that the younger generation's digital expertise inspires older activists, forging a potent blend of counter-resistance. The day before Alex Pretty's death, Minneapolis residents called for a general strike. Tens of thousands protested I.C.E. nationwide. Hae-Lin Choi organized a massive demonstration in New York, with over 10,000 people gathering at Union Square in Manhattan, despite freezing temperatures. Many participants risked their safety, fearing their images will end up in I.C.E.'s databases fed by software from Palantir. Scott, a man in his late 50s with a sister in Minnesota, marched in New York. We must show our faces. They are murdering people in the streets. We have to show the entire country that we are here, he asserted. Nurses, prominently featured at the New York protest, highlighted the increasing number of injuries they treat from clashes with I.C.E. agents. They spoke of masked agents entering hospitals, terrifying staff and patients, while the Trump administration slashes healthcare funding but pours billions into I.C.E. Alex Pretty himself was a nurse working in an intensive care unit caring for military veterans in Minneapolis. Minnesota's governor has called in the National Guard to de-escalate the situation, allowing soldiers to intervene if I.C.E. agents break the law. Observers fear President Trump may attempt to federalize the Guard. The situation grows increasingly volatile, with some even calling for armed resistance. Hae-Lin Choi and other peaceful organizers worry the government might exploit the chaos to enact emergency laws, jeopardizing their hopes for the crucial November midterm elections. Hae-Lin remains convinced Republicans cannot win, stating, "Trump knows this. That is why they are becoming so nervous." Bundled against the freezing New York cold, Hae-Lin Choi pulls on a pink hat, a yellow whistle around her neck, and hurries to her next appointment. The videos from Minneapolis are everywhere. She has another protest to organize. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. This video was generated using artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates. See you next time.